association. That's why I say people, places, and things can get people hurt. Sometimes, you know, some people may come up into this town. A lot of times when people come out in a big city like Chicago, they come out and they bring corruption in the town. To each his own, but that ain't what I want to bring. You know, even if I don't stay here, I want to try to reach somebody, because one day you or any one of y'all in here, you might be speaking to some guys this age. Would you want to tell them, man, yeah, I got this bling bling, man, I got these 24s up on this $200 Chevy. You see what I'm saying? If you go in my house, I ain't got furniture inside my house, but I got these, I got these 24s. You follow what I'm saying? Or I got these kilos of cocaine. But see, I don't want to have nothing that when I see the police coming, that I got to run with it. If I got a suitcase of money and I done made it legally, and they tell me to pop my trunk and say, where did you get this $200,000 from? All you got to do is check my bank account. Check what I do. You follow what I'm saying? But if you sling it, you're going to have to account for it. I don't care if they don't catch you with no dope or not. You're going to have to account for it. See, Internal Revenue Service, they know where you're getting your money from. You see what I'm saying? But the main thing is, man, to me, that to try to get a message to y'all, man, that people, places, and things can change your whole thing, man. I would like to see some black teachers in these schools, man. I don't know about y'all. You know what I mean? Black coaches. Yes, see, that's what I'm saying. And the only way we can get that, man, we can't get it from the detention center. I'm going to tell you what, the education I got a GED inside of the pen. Sit down, man. I got a GED while I was in the pen. I got me a 2-year degree, associate degree in liberal studies. I became an EMT, worked on the ambulance. I taught it. Everything I'm telling you, Lester seen all my credentials. But I got all this inside of prison. You got two things to do. You can go in there negative and come out positive, or you can go in there negative and come back out negative, or you might not even come back out at all. You see what I'm saying? And then, when I got that education, when I got out, man, I worked on the ambulance in the 80s until I went back because somebody set me off again. But the last time when I went in, the judge told me, he said, I know you ain't violent, even though I had been down 3 times. I've been down 2 times for attempted murder and 1 time for a manslaughter, and this next time was a manslaughter. He said, you ain't a violent person, even though that's a lot of violence on your background. He said, but the geographical location. In other words, the people, places, and things. I've been down here going on to May of this year, May the 3rd. It'll be 16 years I've been down here. I go back up to visit. You know what I mean? I don't like this town. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like this town because I don't like the educational system, because I know it ain't fair. I don't like the way the black men is not having enough power. You follow what I'm saying? I'm talking about educational power. When you go to the courthouses, they want you to work at Burger King, they want you to work at McDonald's, but what I teach them, they wanted them to be cheerleaders. I said, I don't want them to be cheerleaders. I let them be basketball players, but only to learn the game so when they get old enough to own them a franchise. Because if you get to be a professional basketball player, it's okay now, don't get me wrong. You get injured, can't get back up, it's just like a racehorse, ain't it, man? You out of there. And then all the time when you get that money, I don't know if y'all heard about this last incident in Chicago with the Chicago guy that came from Dallas to Chicago. All that money he made. I think it was a wide receiver. I forgot his name. All that money he made. Guess what he got caught up doing with the FBI? Kilos, man. You heard of it. Kilos, man. He done messed his whole career up, man. For the love of money. Greed, man. Greed. Greed, man. The man making millions. When you've been playing football. Yeah, I'm talking about some years. See, he came from Dallas and he's talking. They got him talking on recording, saying, all I wanted to do is I've been wanting to do this here for the longest. Kilos of this stuff. And you know what? You know what he was preaching? He was preaching God, man. He was saying, he coming in the name of God to the football players. He's praying to them. But look, the main thing is, he have people like us that's his faith. But he ain't selling that stuff across the track. You see what I'm saying? He ain't selling it to somebody else. He's selling it to the people that's looking just like us, man. Do you think he's selling? Do you think that he's selling that stuff to anybody else besides his own people? That's where it's going to. Like I said, I know it's hard to sometimes to grab when a person my age telling you something about, you know, staying away from gangs and drugs. But man, when you done seen it firsthand, seen somebody get their head blown off, only because they had their head tilted. Only because in Chicago what they do, they trick. They come up to you, what's up, folks? Had their hair tilted to the left, might even have a 6-point star on, and when you greet them back, guess what? Pow! And it's all over, man. That's how quick they can trick you. Look at, any of y'all got cable, look at WGN News at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock or 12 o'clock noon, and see about, every time you turn on that channel, they talking about homicide, man. Guys y'all age. Not saying that all ages don't get killed, but guys y'all age, they killing, man. But what they want you to do, man, it's a word called genocide. When any of y'all get in back in school or look up the word genocide. You know, genocide is a systematic extermination of an ethnic group of people. They give us drugs. They allow us to bang. They allow us to beat up on each other. They turn our women's against us. You see what I'm saying? And you got it on and on. If I'm a drug dealer, all of y'all trying to go to school, but moms or dad is hooked on drugs, and every time you turn around when y'all on the way to getting to school, I'm getting your dad that. You ain't gonna like me too well, is you, man? Knowing everybody else going to school with Jordans. You see what I'm saying? And they going over to Mr. Charlie over here on Malone and see if they can find you something over there. That ain't gonna feel nice, man. You follow what I'm saying? It's all about, man, two things. And I don't care what your religion is. Muslim, Catholic, Christian. It's about putting God first, man, in education. When my kids go to school, tell them what the two things you go to school for. To listen and learn, man. To listen and learn. They 5 and 6. They got a good memory. Let me show you how good that memory is. Quote of the Lord's Prayer.
Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen.
Quote John 3:16. Loud, so they can hear you. And MAA students, let me show you what I know about Islam, man. I'm going to say a prayer for you since we said one for them. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas al-siratal al-mustaqim. Siratal Athena and Amtam alayhim. Gairil Magdubi alayhim. Walid-Darleen. Amin. You want me to tell you what I said? A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim is when they open up, they say, I seek refuge with God from Satan, the rejected enemy. In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful. Praise be to God, the cherisher, sustainer of the world. Most gracious, most merciful. Master of the day of judgment. Thee do we worship and thy aid we seek. Show us a straight way, the way of those on whom thou hast restored thy grace. Those whose portion is not wrath and who go not astray. Amen. So be it. Do I know what I'm talking about? Yes. And I can speak it on and on. You see what I'm saying? I learned it because I liked it. That's why I say I don't kick nobody down that's a Muslim, whatever your religion is. If you want to say Allah, Allah is an Arabic word. How much more time, bro? Go on over the time. You got 20 minutes. All right. Allah is an Arabic word that means God. I don't kick a person down that believe in that. Some of the chiefs that was inside of the prisons, it was mandatory for people that was up under the fire to go to Muslim service. It was mandatory for people under the 6. You didn't have no other choice. 2 things you had to do up under Larry Hoover. If you didn't have a GED, you had to go to school in the penitentiary. How many negative leaders do you know that do that? A person that wants you to do good. If he wanted you to do good, doing that would be the last thing. I want you to hold security on me. If that man raised his hand and say, tear this up, it could. Let me show you how.